Hello and welcome back, beautiful souls. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Summer and welcome back to my channel, Vibely. So today for Sunday, we are going to mix it up a little bit and get into some healing with pick a card that will include a pile. So you're going to pick between the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and I will post let you choose below with the images of the different chakras. So this will kind of be a chakra healing type of read, but more things coming through beneath the surface as we get into the pile chosen for you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the cards to let you look and meditate on which pile best suits you that you want to hear from. Meditate on it, and whatever one comes to your mind first is the one meant for you, or you can do a random pick a number 1 through 3 generators that they have online. However, I feel it works best when you just choose the one that sticks out to you the most, because ultimately that's the message you need to receive. So let's go. Hi, and welcome back. So those of you that chose pile number 1, this is for you. And if you did choose pile number 1, then you were drawn to the crown chakra. Now, the reason why I'm doing this reading is to kind of portray to you and show you what chakras in your system out of the 7 which may be blocked and hindering you from any progression, any stuckness in your life, or feeling certain feelings that we tend to feel naturally when these things aren't blocked. So you could be that person, if you chose pile number 1, that your crown chakra is blocked. So the crown chakra is, of course, the crown over the head. And this, you can see, is a purple type of passionate energy. Now, the crown chakra is an ultraviolet color. However, it is in charge of everything. It is in charge of all systems, which is the pineal gland. Now, the symbol, as you can see, is the 1,000-petal lotus flower. Now, when that is closed, a lot of things are blocked to us. Some things like joy, but in reality, it can block many other things because it is in charge of all systems. Now, what qualities it can bring to you when it is open is the sense of feeling free, a freedom, a lightness, a unity with others and other in the world. And it can block your joy because naturally we feel joy when this is open. Now, the meaning behind the crown chakra is infinite. And of course, that backs that up with the element of space. So think about space and how it's infinite and how you are infinite and we are all one in this infinite eternal reality. So when this is blocked, it can affect other things. Things that might block this are anger or resentment or feeling anything other than joy. It could be due to something that recently happened, but what I'm feeling is for a lot of you, that has only triggered this sense of blockness with your crown chakra, as I feel like this is something deeper rooted since you were a very young child. Maybe your crown chakra has been blocked for a long time, and even though there has been moments, I feel like there are more far and few in between for you. And it's time to unblock those because a recent trigger that you had blocking this even further has, you may resonate with this pile number 1 if you have been feeling angry, like really in the depths of your soul, just bursting in flames, angry. And you may have even burst out, but you have felt it fire on the inside too, even like a blood pressure rising and boiling, okay? Now, if you are one of those people who likes to meditate, one of the meditations that is said to help the crown chakra is you go into deep meditation, of course, but you're going to use sound. That's the difference with the chakras and unblocking them. So the sound of the crown chakra is, the actual word is so-ham. Okay, that sounds weird, but it's literally S-O space H-A-M, so-ham. But what it sounds like when you actually do this meditation, what helps the chakras be unblocked is when you do these sounds, it's a vibration in your vocal cords that allows energy to flow more freely and get out things out of your body. It pushes the energy with this vibration of the sound, the tone, and your throat. Okay? So the way this sounds is so. So you repeat this process, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to repeat this mantra like 30 times within a second. One can last 30 seconds or however it needs to. You really dive deep in and really just let it come alive in any way. There's no wrong way to do it. At the end of this reading, I will post some different chakra meditations in regards to these below in the comments. However, feel free to do what you want with it, okay? And oddly enough, pile number 1, you had a very matching energy. I can tell that your crown chakra is very blocked by a very deep-seated anger that you have, because we also have the mudra that came up for you with your crown chakra is in the same realm as the crown chakra. And it's I'm not even going to pretend like I know how to pronounce this mudra. It's Bihavra mudra, and it signifies liberation. So if you see the hands, I will give you instructions on how to do that. However, you can see here, it clearly gives you the instructions on a meditation of where to put your hands. And this accompanied by the vibrational tone that we just spoke about, that you chant, along with this movement of the hands, sitting in a sitting position, I will clarify that in a minute, is what will block it. Because see, you're holding the lotus flower that we talked about. You're kind of holding it and nurturing it. So what this assists for you is unity, what we just talked about, freedom, and liberation. Liberation from this feeling, this deep-seated feeling of anger and fear that you have been holding inside, that you have pent up, and it has, you were skating by for a while, but now it's time to release it because it has you fully blocked and unable to feel or experience any type of joy. I just see a very neutral, look and tone in your face. So the benefits of this is it assists all the systems of the body. It supports your inner stillness and your courage. It releases fears. So the way it instructs is to rest the left hand on your lap facing upward. Lay the right hand over the left, palm facing up. Allow the thumbs to touch. Relax the shoulders back and down and lengthen your spine. Something you can mantra in your mind is, and the focus of this is, I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. So those are the main chakra that is needed for you to work on at this time. And I feel like a heavy part of September is releasing and liberating yourself from these deep-seated angry wounds that has kept you defensive and shark-like energy. Now, I've pulled some other supporting cards for this healing, reading we have going on. And one of the things I love this deck. It's Nudges from Spirit. It's simple, but it's beautiful. And it says, allow yourself some space. Allow yourself some space from other people. Allow yourself space to grow and to heal. Allow yourself space to come up for air during this, because I have a feeling when you're releasing these things, hold on, I have a little smudge right here. Okay. When you're releasing these things, you're going to bring up things that try to come out, and it's going to make you feel tired. For some meditations, it might even make you feel sick at your stomach. But for this one especially, I feel like more so you're going to feel tired and you may feel a headache, okay? So allow yourself to come up for a break, but also allow yourself space to heal and to recognize how angry you've been so you can let it go later, okay? Then we have this moon card, which is surrounds and indicates feelings, emotions, thoughts. So this more speaks of your instincts. This is your gut reactions, what you feel in your gut. Something has been really messing with your feelings. And I feel like a lot of this has been what has been progressing to this anger and resentment. Your stomach may have been upset for a while, because I see digestion is an issue with this. Like the moon speaks of these deep-seated feelings and hidden emotions and illusions. And it also speaks of nurturing. It speaks of your home, your family life, the habits that you keep that possibly need to be released and gotten rid of and healed. It also speaks of your heritage, your lineage, your femininity, your feminine side, your qualities, the softer side of you. It speaks on you embodying these things, embodying your femininity, your privacy. You have maybe felt more private later, especially when it comes to your emotions, because the moon is emotions. A lot of things coming up for you. Your sustenance, things that keep you thriving and alive. This has been affecting your moods and your ability to self-soothe yourself, your ability to cope. And I'm getting something very personal here, that I feel like this deep-seated energy is surrounding your mother. This is a mother energy coming in that is needed to be healed and released. So your anger is not, so you're not lashing out at others with this mother type of wound, okay? And then we have no need to worry, as in no need to worry. Take that how it resonates. I'm not going to dive too deep into that, because I really want you to learn how to listen to yourself, especially when it comes to your own healing. We can tell you things all day long, you know, as readers and as guides and as healers. We can give you the tools. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink. So if you have a question, if you've been fearful, if you've been holding something in that's so hurtful and you're waiting, this is just your sign, no need to worry. And I want you to go into your own tuition and see, you know, how that resonates with you. What have you been worrying about? And take it how it resonates to you. Okay, so the angel cards are going to be, in these readings, going to be left up to your interpretation, okay? And then we have the healing heart. So again, this very much resonates with the rest of this reading. I mean, hitting it on the head. And even furthermore, to resonate with that mother energy, there is a mother and child meeting in the middle. And it looks like the child is trying to hug the mother. The mother is keeping and lifting the child up safe from the water, but not necessarily embracing the child. So safety, but no emotional fulfillment. Like not a neglect in physical, but a neglect in emotional. So there's a need to heal your heart from that. It says you are a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. You are a powerful healer. So that goes without saying, if you are a healer, Why aren't you healing yourself? You know how to do it. You know the tools. And even if you're not a healer, you do have the capability to heal yourself. So focus on your crown chakra and focus on those inner things that we need to release, okay? Let's see, I just want to read the liberation one so it can hit home a little bit more. Okay. So it says, notice, I'm going to put this up while I read this and then we'll go. Notice a place in your body that is holding energy or constriction. Try and focus your awareness on the place without judging or analyzing it. Send your breath into that place as a gesture of release. Assign a color to that place. Allow the color to sit in that place of holding and see how dissolving the energy. See those thoughts and feelings being washed over you in a beautiful rainbow of color. See red washing over, orange washing over, yellow flowing over, green vibrating over, sky blue floating over. See indigo light cascading over, violet light illuminating all levels of your body, mind, and energy field. So that is your chakra energy healing reading that you need for you, pile number 1. Go out and liberate yourself from this broken heart, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Hello and welcome back. So this is for pile number 2, and if you were drawn to this one, you were drawn to the sacral chakra. Now, the reason why I explained in pile number 1 I'm doing these readings is because this signifies a chakra that may be blocked for you. And if you chose to, then your sacral chakra could be blocked. And just an indication that let's do some healing and release this so we can fully heal and progress in our lives, okay? All right, pile number 2. So let's get into it. The sacral chakra is right below your navel. So this is going to be right below your belly button, around your stomach. This is indicative of an orange color, radiating an orange vibration. Now, the symbol of this is, or the element of this is water. This meaning and the feeling that comes with your sacral chakra is an inner dwelling place. Now, the inner dwelling place often speaks of feelings, and feelings when they're blocked can really block your creativity, your receptivity to pleasure, and really for just the fluidity, the flow of life. Just like the water it flows in fluidity. Now, what the sacral chakra is over, or it's you will see effects from, is your ovaries, your testicles, and reproductive organs. So this can signify, if you resonate with this being blocked, you could be having some issues with pain with your feminine or masculine parts. You could be susceptible to addictions, sexual addictions, or you could be experiencing PCOS, ovarian polycystic disease, endometriosis, infertility, just all sorts of things that all about the reproductive system, and you may just have a lot of issues with that, okay? Now, this sound is literally that surrounds this specific chakra. It may sound funny, but it's spelled V-A-M, VAM. So the way this sounds when you are in meditation and when you speak it and chant it, it sounds like VAM, except instead of OM that we're used to with an O, it's a V. VAM. So why you do this when you're in a meditation to heal the chakra is because literally with you doing this, it activates the vibration, just like ultrasound waves like that creates energy. So we can see and we can hear heartbeats. The same thing you're doing with the sound is you can hear even the vibrations in your throat and making noise. What this is going to do, if you go into these meditations, we'll talk about this in a minute, will help release that energy, okay? So, sacral chakra is for you. Then to counteract that, or not counteract, to continue with that, the mudra I drew for you is, I'm going to try not butcher it, but I probably will, is the Surya mudra. And this speaks of radiant light. So if you see in the imagery here, what the hand is doing, this is the form you will have your hands in when you're doing these healing meditations for your sacral chakra. And I will post some videos below of meditations for these specific chakras that will guide you. However, you are free to do whatever you want. If you want to do it in silence, just make anything you want to with these specific meditations. There's no right or wrong reason, but right or wrong way to do these. However, I will guide you and give you some recommendations, okay? So, this radiant light along with your sacral, this is assist in, and you could be blocked from, clarity. Seeing the truth could have your sacral area blocked. Like you could be so confused in a certain situation that's happened in your past, in your present, and it's taken away your personal power. It's taken away your self-esteem and really blocked those reproductive areas that are needed in everyday life. Now, the benefits of these, and if you're having issues with these, it may resonate, but the benefits are this area supports your digestive system and aids of assimilation of life experiences. This increases your metabolism and detoxification, like your gallbladder. So it could be affecting your gallbladder as well. It has energizing effects to help cultivate passion, clarity, and personal power. So if you have been having, you may have been having some digestive issues. So use this with caution. Start off slow because we don't want it running rampant. So the instructions to this, I'll read them to you even though you can see the hand. It says, bend the right finger of each hand and bring to the thumbs. Cover the nail of the ring finger with a pad of the thumb. Extend the remaining fingers, rest hands on the thighs, palms facing forward, relax the shoulders down, and lengthen the spine. You can do the VAM vibration, but the main focus, you're going to have thoughts in your head, or you can mantra, is my inner light is a vibrant, luminous, and alive. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. So, if you have been confused about something, situation, something that hurt you, and you're wanting to come forward, I feel like doing so is going to help heal you along with these meditations, going to bust open those blocks of your sacral chakra, okay? And then we have, from the nudge of your spirit, you are brave enough to do this. So what are you doing? You always have been brave enough. You are just blocked right now. And if you aren't feeling brave enough, this is your sign. This is your reassurance that you are. And not taking action right now upon this specific situation and healing these for good is only going to get you in a lower self-esteem vibration. And what it's actually going to do is make it worse. And that looks like you not taking action at all for anything in the future, of really staying stuck, and like it's a scarcity fear mindset of saying something I'm feeling, and it's only going to make you more fearful in the future and your voice is just going to dissipate. And that what is going to happen is your self-esteem, your confidence, things you've worked so hard for. So speak up in this moment. You are brave enough. Then we have listen to your intuition. So you can see in my card when I had my bunny rhino, he died. He nibbled on this a little bit, but now these angel guidance cards, I really want you, instead of me explaining them, I want you as the listener to really get something, take this message of how it resonates with you. I really want you to learn how to guide yourself, how to heal yourself, and learn how to listen to that voice, how to find that voice of intuition and follow it and trust it, because we all have that capability. So I want you to listen to this and take it how it means to you instead of me telling you how it means to you. Listen to your intuition. So I feel like your intuition is telling you something to do. It's nudging you. And it's going to help you so much. Just listen to it, right? And then we have your 4th house, your roots. This speaks of, your 4th house speaks of, your roots. What is your foundation? Roots speaks of family or family dwellings, or how were you raised? Like getting back to the roots is always so healing. It speaks of, your security, how you were raised, your belief system, your ancestors, even your bed. So this surrounds your family, your home, your background, where you came from, your comfort, cooking. So this really resonates with your roots. Cooking, the inner world inside you that's wanting to come out. This also speaks of your habits, some that you may need to get rid of or some that you may need to adapt, because it is keeping you blocked, and you will know how that resonates for you. The one I'm confused about is it says a shell, and it even shows that in the imagery here. You may have been lacking on self-care right now. Maybe more self-care is needed. And I feel like that's something you're usually pretty good at, but you have been stuck and blocked. And so really take heed on practicing more self-care. And I feel like that's your physical side that needs more attention. Maybe, I don't know what that means to you, maybe taking better care of what you eat, but more I feel like I'm getting like a lotion, like a moisturizing type of vibe from this, okay? Really take care of your skin. Taking care of yourself is from the inside out, which you have to remember. It's your spiritual, it's your mental, it's your physical, everything in between. It's not just as simple as one thing. Balance is a wonderful thing. It also speaks of real estate and shelter. So this may, this is a good indication that you may be thinking about moving and where your shelter is going to be. Shelter, is kind of a crappy word to use because it sounds like a lack or a scarcity, but it's mainly talking about where you want to live, a roof over your head. Where is that at? And then we have a necklace here. I feel like something is, and it's closed, and it's like a, what are those things called where you open up and you see the picture? That's what is here. You've closed that door and it's feeling really blocked. But when all else fails, it's telling you to really listen to your intuition. And then we have the action card. And it's saying you've been biding your time for better results, and that's not serving you any justice. It's not serving you well, it's not serving anybody else well, and you're just procrastinating and prolonging because you have this fear of what's to come. So of course, don't rush it, but do some breath work. Really go inside in depth and see what you want as your roots. Really dive down deep and explore, what do I really want as, I feel like this is you almost, when you are born into a family, you are raised and you have these strong roots and a good family guide. And eventually, when we get older and more experienced, we have to fly, right? We move out of our parents' house, and then we explore and see things that we like in life and decide, oh, that's not for me. Oh, but this is for me. I would love to, have this in my life when I'm older, things like that. So you're basically on this exploration of what you want your roots to be. Is it going to look exactly the same as your parents? Do you want to integrate something different or more, or just add on? So this has been, I feel like you are leaving a chapter in your life of your family's roots. And now you're finally coming to a realization of what you want as your roots. And some of the things look the same, but you're surprised at the things that look kind of different. But I feel like you are ready and secure within yourself, a little fearful, but you're ready to make your own roots, your own home dwelling, your own family, and your own traditions. And again, I'm not saying you are wanting to live different from your parents. I'm merely saying it's like you're entering a time frame of being a child, living from your family roots, to finally creating your own family and having roots and bringing both roots together. And it's saying, yes, I see you. You are kind of fearful of that, leaving that childlike energy, leaving that, that careless, carefree, no responsibility energy, but you are brave enough. Listen to your intuition and go forth. I have a feeling, I know what you want. So that is it for you, pile number 2. I hope this helped. Hello and welcome back. So you chose pile number 3. And if you were drawn to this one, that means you were drawn to the throat chakra, one of my favorites, okay? So as you can see, it's a beautiful blue type of energy. So the reason why I really wanted to do this reading is to see what the collective, whatever number you chose, it's going to indicate what chakra has maybe been blocked or is blocked, and so we can learn how to heal through this and little methods. Of course, I've drawn some other cards that kind of mimic healing and extra things to lift this up. But we're going to get started and see a little bit more of what you can do and what the throat chakra really is. So the throat chakra is right here. So I believe it's the 5th chakra. Yep, it's the 5th chakra, because when you do chakras, you go from down to up, even though a lot of times you'll see explained top to bottom. So this is actually the 5th, and the center is your throat center, like I just said. The meaning behind this is purification. The sound and the colors and the element. The element is space. So there's all this infinite amount of space that you can use with your throat chakra. The color is sky blue. The color of neutral, calming effects. The color of happiness and joy and tranquility. Now, the sound you're going to make in the meditation, if you choose to do so, that I'm going to explain here momentarily, is it's funny, but it'll make sense in a minute, because it's actually spelled ham, H-A-M. The way it sounds, though, is different when you're chanting it in a meditation. It sounds, instead of saying ham, you say hum, It's not with an O like some others are, but it is home. You're actually going to make the shape start off big and go small, and you'll feel your tongue curve just a little bit. Now, what it is doing when you do this, the purpose of making these sounds and these different sounds, it seems so simple and silly, but what it is doing is, if you notice, just like ultrasound waves or any type of vibrations in electricity, there is a certain vibration, a certain wavelength that creates different flows and vibrational sounds. So you can actually hear, if you go om, you put your finger on your throat and you can feel the vibrations and the sound. And that is what is helping illuminate and clear these blockages in your throat chakra. So there's always a point and purpose behind it, regardless of how silly it sounds. Excuse me. I've been doing a lot of reading, so I'm getting really dry. So we said sky blue is the color. Now, if you see the symbol on there, this is the 16-petal sky blue lotus flower. Now, what your throat chakra rules is, of course, your throat, your neck, your endocrine system, which is a system that runs all those hormones throughout, your thyroid, and of course, lastly, your thyroid. The qualities that you have that comes from your throat chakra, and if you you can resonate with this, if these are blocked, you will understand this, but the qualities are your communication, your expansion, your discernment, and your purification. So what you will typically find with throat chakras and it being blocked is some people will have thyroid issues. Some people will have, tonsil, issues or reoccurring throat infections. But one of the most telltale signs, one of the most common signs is there is a time, there is an experience, there's a moment where you needed to speak up. You needed to speak a truth. You needed to tell someone something. You needed to speak, however that means to you. A lot of the times it's your truth. And when you don't, your throat chakra can become blocked. What does that look like? A lot of people get colds. A lot of people get sick, like flu-like symptoms, or honestly just simply cold-like symptoms. And a lot of people will have a sore throat. Some people will become hoarse and have a raspy voice, or just being like, my throat hurts, my throat hurts. That kind of feeling you get when it's rained or the seasons are changing and you kind of just have that throat irritation. This is surrounding the throat chakra. And then if you try to rewind back, you had a chance, an opportunity to speak about something and you didn't. And now it's really blocked. And a lot of what people don't realize about chakras is it is incorporated with your entire body and can block certain different things in your body. So we're going to, get into some things to really unblock your throat chakra. First and foremost is speaking up, being assertive. Be assertive in what you want to do. Be assertive in what you want to say. I feel like for you, time is of the essence. Time is running out. And this person, and I really want you to, honestly, I don't want to say much about being assertive, because just like in the other piles, I want you as the listener to really start to learn to listen to your own intuition, your own messages that you receive, because we have this capability inside us. And as healers and readers and whatever you listen to, inspirational, motivational speakers, we can tell you things to do all day long, but sometimes we have to stop giving you all the answers and you find them for yourself, because that's ultimately what you're going to have to do is action. So what I'm going to tell you is be assertive. If you see in here, you can't see, sorry, the glare, but there's a mask that has been removed. Maybe it's asking you to remove the mask and speak your truth. Because something has been hindering you. Something is keeping you blocked. And following up with the throat chakra being blocked, the mudra that I drew for you, I'll try not to butcher the name of it, is called Shiva Linga Mudra. And it is about commitment. I'm going to sit with that for a minute. Commitment. You may be a person that has recently gone through a commitment that was lost or broken or needing to be healed. But I feel like even though this is a recent one, it's been a trigger for you to see something deeper rooted within you that's been there for a long time that is no longer serving you. It should have died off a long time ago, but now more than ever you're seeing it. I believe that this is trying to express to you that you, from even a younger age, have had commitment issues. You may be a person that doesn't like commitment, scared of it, scared of feeling trapped. Regardless of all the things that makes you feel, you are that person that has a commitment issue. And now the timing is running out for something that I feel is very significant to you that is going to slip away. And you're feeling like it's time to let go of that immature way of thinking that a commitment is not necessarily a trap. Like it's like you're thinking of different, you're seeing it in a different perspective. How instead of taking away, commitment takes away from someone, with the right person and the right intentions, especially if you have the opportunity and they come your way, it actually can bring a lot of plus to your life. It actually can enhance it. And what you thought was trapful and just being tied down, it actually opens you up to a world that you had no idea that you had. It actually gives you more freedom than you ever realized. And you're, like, what was I thinking? Why did I have that image in my head? So it's like you're a battle with yourself of really speaking up about that, maybe speaking up about your fear of commitment, but at the same time letting it go because it was not the big monster that you were imagining it was. So when this is blocked, first let's look at the hands, and I'll explain how to do that later. But when you're guided in this meditation, whether you choose to do it or not, I'll leave a link below in the comment section regarding this same, the throat chakra meditation. However, you can do whatever you wish with it. There is no right or wrong way to do this, but I will give you some instruction if you want some. So this is another form along with a home sound vibration coming from your throat chakra. This is the actual physical thing that you will do with your hands. Now, this is your freedom right here, the flow. And this is you cupping it, holding it, nurturing it. But this on the other side is topping over that. It trumps it. And you give a thumbs up, like you are accepting that you do want that, whatever that means to you. I feel like this is you opening up to a change in the way you view commitment and you wanting to come forward in this situation. Now, let's read about what this assists or what this surrounds when you open this up. It can open up your digestive system. If you are someone that's always kind of had not a terrible digestive system, but you may go immediately, or your stomach may hurt immediately after you eat. It also, that's what the digestive speaks of in opening this up. This also speaks of determination and your focus if you have been unable to focus. So the benefits of healing this, it enhances your digestion. It enhances your digestion and supports spinal alignment if you've been having some backaches. It cultivates concentration and spiritual commitment. So you may have been having some trouble staying on task, staying on focus, and commitment. So the instructions are simple. You place the left palm facing upward in front of the belly. Make a fist with the right hand with the right thumb facing up. Place in the center of the left palm. Relax the shoulders back and down. Now, the way this may resonate with you is when this is blocked. You may have been experiencing some hypertension. Hypertension is higher blood pressure, raised blood pressure. So you really going against the grain of this commitment and keeping this blocked has really been affecting your heart in ways that it functions, increasing your blood pressure. Now, the focus that you're going to really surround your mind with while you're doing these mantras or meditation is, it says, I align awareness, focus, and commitment. I align awareness, focus, and commitment. So I feel like what that is saying is you're coming to this realization that a commitment is not bad when you align what you truly want with it. When a commitment is aligned with the awareness of what you want, when it's aligned with the right person, and your intentions and your focus will come together. You won't feel so lack of. And even furthering this is the message of healthy relationships are always possible. Healthy relationships are always possible. The factors, the one person and the other. I guess this is kind of saying to you that maybe you were in an area of this commitment that triggered you, and this commitment issue, and wanting to go back to just playing in the field and never being committed and things like that, and all these thoughts of what you thought commitment was versus what you're seeing, and then losing it is you were in this mindset afterwards through the pain of this is not a healthy relationship. When in reality, maybe you or the other person or both of you were bringing things to the table to make it unhealthy. Maybe your lack of commitment, or even though you maybe were committed, but you always had one foot out, one foot in, then wanting to go back, wanting to be free, wanting to be committed. That type of energy, when you're not sure, can create an unhealthy relationship in any situation. It can create an unhealthy situation with friends, with family, with animals, with whatever that means to you. Healthy relationships are possible as long as you're aligning and know your truth and speak your truth. And then again, we have to be assertive. Go for what you want. Speak your truth. Talk about your fears within it. Talk about your truth, what you like, what you don't like, what you can't handle, what you want to work on, and anything above. You are going to be so surprised how immediately good you feel. Then we have the Virgo energy coming in for you, the alchemist. This is someone who creates their own reality. This is someone who is assertive and not fearful of things that have just been created in your mind that aren't true. So this is you needing to take this specific approach. This speaks of you creating something, but doing it in a methodical way. That means thinking about what you're going to do before doing it. Not just going in and just blah, 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 blah. You know, just word vomiting or without a plan, like being strategic, right? Being intentional. And then this is so cool how it aligns with everything else because it says aligned. This is you being aligned, meaning your actions, your intentions are all the same. They all align together. And when you start acting from a place of everything aligning and meeting in the middle, that's when all this is unblocked and you're going to be very happy. This is you becoming efficient. This is becoming rituals that you want to do, routines. This is you gaining insight and being more insightful and thinking about things before you doing them. This is you coming from a healthy space and healing. This is serving your duty. This is you being dutiful. This is you discerning, like really thinking about and reflecting of right and wrong. This is you coming forth with pure intentions, refined, revised, renewed intentions. This is you being truthful and accurate and wanting accuracy. This speaks of you being in solitary for a while. This is you speaking of you being nervous to come forward because you may be critical of yourself. You may be a perfectionist. And although it's good to sit back and reflect and think and come up with a plan, not everyone is perfect, not even you. So don't think you need a perfect plan before moving forward. All you need is a plan. Then lastly, we have positive energy. Positive vibes only, y'all. So it says surround yourself with positive people, positive situations, and avoid negativity. So anything that is making you feel triggered, if it's outside influences making you feel like crap, if it's something you're listening to, if it's a friend, if it's a foe, if it's certain habits, whatever that means to you, release it. So this is for you, pile number 3. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comment section below, but if not, I will see you guys Monday. Peace and love.